The Italian yard Solaris have rapidly built a reputation for building some of the most beautiful boats around. They started with sail, now they're doing power, and this is the brand new flagship of the range, the Solaris Power 60 Open. And I'm going to show you every single gorgeous inch of it. My name is Hugo Andre, you're watching Motorboat and Yachting. Let's go and tour it. Before we jump on board, let's just take a moment to drink in the beautiful, curvaceous looks of this new flagship model. They really do go overboard with some of the styling, but it makes such a difference. Just look at all those curves, bulges, scoops. It is absolutely spectacular thing. It is also enormous. Just check how high that is. That is well above head height, even though it's an open sports cruiser. But let's go and take a closer look. We're going to jump on at the stern via here. We'll just step over the passerelle. You can see there's a long extending passerelle. We've got a hydraulic platform here, C-bob in there. That all stores under here. We'll take a look inside that tender garage and show you how that all works too. Now there's entry either side of that. You can see we've got steps up here, or the passerelle leading up here, controls for everything. Even the fair leads are beautiful, sculpted works of art. Lovely teak top sides along it. If we lift that up, you can see there is the cleat under there, all beautifully concealed. Huge sunbed on top of that tender garage. We've got pop-up lights all the way around it. We've also got very neat lift up headrests, and you can see you can put them on any angle. You just click and hold it, and then to put it down, just lift all the way up and it drops back down into place. Now, absolutely enormous entertaining space. This is all about having sociable, enjoyable family time with friends, chilling out in the cockpit, and you've got two enormous dining tables either side of it, seating all around. But most of all, we've got these fabulous fold down terraces. Just check out the size of that. Enormous extra space. You could easily put a couple of folding director chairs on there, use it as a big diving platform, but most of all, it just opens up the view from those dining tables. Now there's storage under all of these. Give you a little idea, nothing particularly interesting, but there is storage under the seats. We've also got on this side a cheeky little extra fridge. Not quite sure why you'd necessarily need one there, because there's plenty of fridges elsewhere, which I'll show you in a minute. But the idea is that this is the kind of guest zone. Everybody is dining down here, and then one step up, we've got the outdoor galley area. So if you have got crew, they can all do all the preparations here and serve the guests down on the lower level. And we've got plenty of storage either side. This acts as a kind of bar area along here, and then the two wet bars on this side. So if I open this one up, we've got an induction hob here, we've got a teppanyaki grill here, we've got two fridges underneath. So there's no indoor galley. This is the galley area. It's just an outside kitchen rather than an inside one. Similar idea over on this side, exactly the same molding, but this has the sink in it. And under here, I think we have the ice maker. So you got fridges in one, ice maker in another. Just pull that down. Over here, we've got more storage. We've got the cutlery drawer, space for all the crockery. Just gently pop those back. And then these wonderful walk-around decks. It's all about ease of movement around the boat, but beautifully styled. Just look at those huge pop-up cleats. Absolute works of art. And of course, you've got pop-in fenders. So without any rails to tie them onto, you just have little pop-in fenders. You can see they're already attached, so you just pop them into place wherever you need them. And then they all stow up here in a forward locker, which I'll show you in just a second. Now, another massive sunbed here. Room for at least 3 or 4 people on there. Very stylish wraparound screen. We'll take a look at that from the other side. And a neat little bench right at the bow where you can sit enjoying the view over that beautiful prow. Lots more lovely detailing here. Yet more of those little pop-up lights, more of those pop-up cleats. Even the winch is pop-up. So when you no longer need that, that just recesses into deck level to leave a wonderfully clean looking space. Now that big vertical bow is very much a styling feature of all these Solaris Powers. You can see the ultra anchor hanging over the top, and that all stashes very neatly away in here. If I lift that up, you can see it's a retracting anchor, so that whole anchor stem projects out beyond that bow to drop it safely so it doesn't touch the GRP on the way down. You've got a huge anchor chain locker down there, and this is where the fenders tie. You can see there's a little rail that you can pop them in and out in there, so when they're not deployed, you can stow them all in there. All the little pop-in buttons sit in that rail, so they're ready to go as soon as you do need them. But I love the fact that when you're not doing your crewing duties, it all tucks away very neatly to keep it aesthetically pleasing. More walk-around decks on this side, and of course another folding balcony. Huge hardtop, goes all the way back. We've got several cool features in here. We have an extending sun canopy, all electronically controlled. We have a drop-down television. And then moving forward to the helm area, 2 bucket-style seats. Both of these have drop-down footrests, so those can pop up and out of the way when you don't need them. Adjustable for reach as well, so the seats slide forwards and backwards. Very tidy helm station. We've got triple screens. I think as standard you just get 2 of them, but we've got the optional extra third one here. Adjustable wheel, just for angle. Conventional Volvo throttles, and of course a joystick, because we've got IPS engines on this. We'll take a look at them in a minute, but it's a pair of IPS 1350s of 1,000 horsepower each, and a little wireless charging thing for your phone. Over on this side, 2 more forward-facing seats. It's always nice to be facing forward underway, and of course you've got that very tall windscreen in front of you, so you're well tucked beneath the apparent breeze that is going to be coming over the top of that. Here's another cool detail. Check out this. This is just the forward support for that hardtop, but a beautiful carbon fiber pole. They really do know how to do the details. And look how big that cockpit is when you see it stretching back out behind us. Now this is actually access to the crew cabin down here. Right, now go and have a quick look. Here we go. Relatively tight down here.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay. So when they say crew cabin, I think maybe slightly more crew storage, but there is a ensuite bathroom here. We've got a shower with a loo in it, small glass sink, and the beds are obviously Pullman style berths. So you can see that literally drops down like that, and then you've got a Pullman berth. So that is reasonably cozy, I think it's fair to say. But I'm guessing that most of the time you probably won't be using crew. Let's take a quick look down in the engine room. Here we go, and straight away I can see that we're actually standing on a Seakeeper stabilizer, and then we've got the twin Volvo IPS 1350s. Plenty of space over there, limited room overhead because of that tender garage, and then fuel tanks on either side with a sight gauge, and you can see the fuel filters on the side of each of those. Generator down there, and obviously the strainers in between the engines right at the back next to the pods. Let's have a look down at the accommodation, because although this is a big open day boat, we have got a surprising amount of cabin space down here. Now the various different layout options, you can either have 2 or 3 cabins. This has got the 3 cabin layout, and when you go for that, the owner's cabin is forward in this bow area. And what's surprising about a 60-foot sports cruiser like this is just how wide and beamy it is. The unusual hull shape that Solaris Power use mean you get plenty of beam carried a long way forward. And that makes for a very stable boat, but also a very voluminous one. So even here, there's got to be a 5, possibly a 6-foot bed. We've got space either side of it. Nice little hull windows, good amount of headroom, plenty of space above me. It's got to be 6'5", I would say. Storage over on this side. Beautifully done. A couple of drawers under there too. Now, there is an option if you want to go for, you can have actually as many as 4 cabins. So this little lounge area here at the bottom of the staircase, that can be a 4th cabin. And if you do that, you can have an ensuite bathroom that occupies some of the space that that storage currently does. But the standard layout is this little lounge area, just gives you somewhere to get out of the sun, get into the air conditioning, maybe have a coffee from that very stylish looking coffee maker. Now, obviously there is ensuite bathroom on this one. We've got decent sized shower, overhead range style, lovely marble finishing, very stylish round bowl of a sink, loo behind the door, nice light woodwork, good artificial lighting, so plenty of light and space and a lot of room at the foot of the bed. Quite surprising how much space there is here. And then as you work your way back through the boat, this is where you start to get a number of options. You can either have a full beam cabin here or 2 cabins. So this has got the 2 cabin option. So you've got one VIP double in here. Again, pretty good headroom. Plenty of space above me here. Some decent natural light through that hull window. Good sized bed. The bed is hard up against the top side, so there's no way to get to that side of the bed, but you do get a good size double. There's a bit of storage behind here. But one option, instead of having 2 cabins here, you can have this all as one full beam owner's cabin. And that would be absolutely enormous, because you can see there's plenty of space. There's quite a big gap even between the 2 cabins here. And there is the current twin arrangement. 2 decent sized singles, they look about 3 foot across. Decent headroom here, only starts to drop just as you get to this area here, but at the foot of the bed, plenty of space. Another good storage unit there. Now the only downside of having the 2 cabins here is that you both share one bathroom. Whilst we're here, I just wanted to point out we have got space for a washer dryer in here and lots more storage. They have rather neat little sliding doors that come out and pop across, so means the doors themselves don't get in the way when you open them up, but quite a clever way of doing that. And this is the shared bathroom in here. There you go, we've got sink, loo, and quite a good sized walk-in shower actually with a seat, so decent amount of space, but you do have to share it. So make our way back up onto the deck. This is where you're going to be spending the majority of your time, and what a place to spend it. Let's take a quick look at some of those different layouts. You can see this is the 3 cabin option with the 2 big ones and the smaller one tucked in that side area. This is the 2 cabin option we spoke about with the big owner's cabin here and the VIP forward. And this is the layout that we've got on board this boat. Also worth taking a quick look at the spec. We can see that 60 foot long, 17.5 foot wide, draft of 2 foot 7 inches, weighs 23 tons light, 3,000 litres of fuel capacity, and then top speeds in the region of 39 knots with the largest IPS 1350s fitted to this boat. So that is quite a rapid pace. So there we have it. That is the Solaris Power 60. And as promised, it is an absolutely beautiful looking machine. Now, the price for this starts at 1.7 million euros ex VAT. But if you're looking for something really big, really stylish, and something where you're going to be spending the majority of your time outside, this really has got it absolutely nailed. So please do let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you've enjoyed the video, please do give it a like, and of course, subscribe to our channel. And with any luck, we'll be taking it out for a sea trial too, which you should be able to view here, or in our printed magazine, Motorboat and Yachting. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.